This is stressful. I get it. I don't know too many people who just can't wait to get in there and just start negotiating to try to get more money. It's awkward. It feels like you're about to break up with somebody or you're about to tell them to stop wearing fedoras all the time. But with some of today's tips and the right preparation, you can crush your negotiation and increase your take-home pay. First, know if you're actually ready for this. This kind of goes without saying, but can you honestly look in the mirror and tell yourself if you actually deserve a raise? And it's not like when your best girlfriends just tell you what you want to hear.
Like, you deserve better, girl. Oh my god, if those guys don't give you a raise, then they don't deserve you.
The problem is your girlfriends don't work with you, so they don't know. You need to be honest with yourself. Honestly imagine that you are your boss. Would you give you a raise? Have you been with the company over a year? Are you taking on new responsibilities at work? Are you going above and beyond expectations? If you can say yes to all of these things, then yeah, you're ready for the next step and you should get a raise. Now, the first step is industry research. You have to do your research. Go to websites like PayScale and Glassdoor. These sites will help you get an understanding of where you are currently in the industry. But the other cool thing is they will show you what skills you need to develop or schooling that you might need to get to that next level. But mainly, you need to go and do the research to find out what the competitors are paying and to find out where you stand currently in the industry. Do this research first because you might find that you are making the top that you can make and realize maybe I'm just being a baby, or maybe this is my best life. Or maybe this is the job that I didn't want anyway and negotiating would be a waste of time. You'll find that out in the research. But either way, this research is an essential first step. This research is also going to make you look smart for when it is time to negotiate. Next, you're going to want to talk to recruiters. Next time you get a call or an email from a recruiter asking if you're interested in a new opportunity, say yes. Talk to these recruiters and find out about the roles and responsibilities of this position, see how it lines up with yours, but most importantly, you want to find out about the pay. They're usually very transparent about this information. Even if it's just a salary range, it'll help you in your preparation and knowing what you're worth. Next, know your story. This is also called knowing your narrative or an elevator pitch about yourself. It's critical to be able to sell what you do and what you can do for a company. I make car parts for the American working man because that's who I am and that's who I care about. Send over a bottle of bubbly with a bucket of ice and a card. Have it say, tough break, get drunk on me. Use the bucket to ice down your marbles. Yours, Z. This all comes down to knowing your strengths and weaknesses. Knowing the skills you have and the skills you're working on. And also knowing the why behind developing these skills. You need to understand why these skills are important and how they relate to the company that you're working for. Understanding all of this will help you develop your narrative. Once you have that narrative, practice. Practice, practice, practice. Rehearse. Rehearse over and over again. Rehearse in your room. Rehearse in your car. Just don't rehearse in the stall at work. Just being able to speak confidently and clearly and effectively about who you are and what you bring to the table will set you apart from everybody else. You want to have a story. You don't want to just go in there and just talk without saying anything. I like to use my Obama voice for this one and be like, oh, well, look, here's the thing. What we're going to do. Don't do that. You need to have a story that comes with confidence and clarity. This internal preparation is not only going to send a message to who you're negotiating with, but it's also going to get you pumped up. You're going to be excited. It's like the great Stuart Smalley says, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. The next step is creating an accomplishment cheat sheet. You want to create a document or a list of all the things that you've done the past year to help the company. This list should have accomplishments, coworker testimonials, any rewards that you might have won, and any other way that you've helped that company over the year. You want to show them what you've actually done for them. This cheat sheet is going to come in handy for the negotiation that you can actually bring to the negotiation if you need to. Next, let's talk about timing. Timing is everything when it comes to these. You don't want to schedule a meeting with your boss at the same time that everybody else is getting their performance reviews. Raises and budgets are already decided at this point, so you might have missed the boat. You need to try to meet with them 3 to 4 months before that time to try to get a jump at it, because that's when they decide the budget, and that's when you can go in there and try to make a name for yourself, because that's when they decide the budget. And on that note, if possible, you should try to schedule a meeting with your boss on a Thursday or a Friday. Studies show that these are the best days to set up a negotiation meeting. The bulk of the week and the stress of the week is already over, so they're feeling more flexible at this point. And I hate to tease you guys with this, but this is part 1. In the next episode, we'll talk about the actual negotiation conversation itself. And that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe and comment below on any upcoming topics that you want us to cover in the future. And as always, stay fallible.